Oh yes. We got some of that flat and the point on there. Hopefully you guys can make out that smoke ring. And look at the juices coming out of this. Here we go. On today's video, I'm gonna be smoking up a pork brisket for the very first time. All right, let's get started on this pork brisket. All right, so this pork brisket is just over 2 pounds. So as far as trimming, a few things that I wanna take off. I'm gonna take this piece off as well. So I'm gonna use a little bit of mustard, just as a binder. I'm just using my homemade SPG. All right, I've got my smoker running at 250 degrees. We'll see you guys outside. All right, let's get this pork brisket on. So we'll check back in about an hour and a half. All right, so it's been 2 hours since we put our pork brisket on. Look at that color. Now I have been spritzing with apple cider vinegar and water. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the pork brisket inside a piece of foil, just like that. Now I do have some beef tallow here. It's gonna sprinkle a little bit on the top. I'm gonna give this probably another hour. All right, so the pork brisket has been on for 2 hours and 45 minutes. All right, so the pork brisket is ready and the total cook time was right at 3 hours. And get some slices, just the way we would on a brisket. Look at how juicy this thing is. And I am really liking that smoke ring on this pork brisket. Look at that. Tears apart really nicely. Let's give it a taste. All right, let's give this pork brisket a try and see how we did. Here we go. All right, so this pork brisket is so darn good.